Hello guys, you're welcome again to this class. Last class we talked about bone constraints IK and FK. So today we're going to have a look at smart bones and how smart bones can be used to create more advanced rigs. So first and foremost, smart bones are bones that you can use to drive another bone or edit the layers in your project. Okay, smart bones can be used for switches and a lot of things. So let's quickly demonstrate how that works. So let's say I want to create a smart bone, right? And I want to create a sort of head rotation. So I'll have a bone that moves the head around. Okay, so let me show you how that works. Let's go to our window and then I'll go to actions. So actions are where you can create your smart bones. So first and foremost, let's create the bone itself. I'll add a new bone, maybe here. This bone is going to be used for my head rotation, so I can give this bone a name. So we want to do something very cool by sort of having the head rotate in a very nice way. I'm going to quickly add some extra options. So let's see, let's give it some constraints. Maybe so the head is going to be like this. Maybe let's bring it down a bit. All right, so that's the bone. So now with the bone selected, I am going to come here and then click this plus and I'll add the action. Press OK. So now you see we have a separate timeline. This is for the head rotation. You see the color has changed here. So this is how we create actions. Alright. So I would advise that when you do your actions, you would create two actions for, in our case, left rotation and right rotation. So let's do the left first. So I'm going to add a keyframe. This is the beginning at the center position. Let's say when it goes to around, let's just say maybe I mean any number really doesn't matter, but just not too small, not too much. This is fine. So I'll move it like this. So at this position, what should happen? Okay, so I think at this position we want the head to move in this direction. Okay, so I'm going to select the head. Let's open up the options, maybe the mouth and the eyes. Alright, should have moved. Let's use this in this direction. Okay, maybe the mouth should even be more like this, and maybe these eyes should be bigger because it's closer to the camera. Maybe they should be smaller. Okay, cool. So we have that action. So we have the action. So you just simply set keyframes, make sure it's the same time. Okay, this is frame 24, and then adjust your frames or your layers to be what you want to happen when this bone rotates. So this rotation is going to drive this action. When we get to our main timeline, okay, and then we try it, let's try to rotate this. You'd see it rotates. You see? So that's pretty cool. And of course, I mean, you could make this more complex by maybe we don't want the part of the face to come out of this layer. For example, we could make this head a mask so that the eyes and the mouth can't come out of the head. which is very simple. We've talked about it before. Open up the settings and then you go to hide all, with the head base being the bottom. Okay, now when the eyes move, they cannot appear outside the shape. Okay, so yeah, pretty cool. So we could really fine-tune these options to give us a more interesting look. I could even say, okay, maybe I want the head to be more drastic. Maybe at that point it should be more like a side view, so maybe it should be like this, and then let's see here, maybe the mouth at this point it should be like this, because it's like a side view or something. Really. So when we go back and then go to our main timeline, whenever we move this bone, you'd see that, sorry, we have to go to frame 1. Okay, like you can't use that in frame 0. So to try out your smart action, you have to be in like frame 1 or something, and then we can see here. So pretty cool. So from here we could animate our character, you know, looking in different directions. We could do the same for the right view, the right angle. We just select this bone as well, and then go and create a new one, and this is going to be called 2. So same as before, we would have a new keyframe here, and then at frame 24 let's bring it down here, then move all the parts of our character to where it should be at this time, maybe around here. I think the mouth should be a bit more like this. I think the anchor point is pretty off, that's why, but yeah, we could fix that. Just adjust the mouth, maybe that's too much. Could even do rotation, maybe like this, you know. And besides moving the layers, we could even adjust the points themselves. So I could open up this option and adjust the points, you know. Everything can be animated, and it's going to reflect in our smart action. I could even move some of these things around. Maybe the tongue should be in this position instead, and maybe the teeth should be more like this, you know. And yeah, many things we could do with this option. So I think that's pretty clear. So when we go to our main timeline and then we move our smart bone, you'd see we have, make sure you go to frame 1 or any other frame beside frame 0. You see we have the options, you know. So if you don't like anything, you could always go back and adjust you know, how it looks. Okay, I could say, okay, maybe I don't like the way this is rotating, I want something more. I could even come here and say, okay, maybe this should be like lower than this, and I could really fine tune. I think this should actually be lower than this. Okay, so let's try that again and see. All the keyframes, and let's see how that looks. Yep, and you could even have keyframes for maybe between actions. So maybe around here I could adjust the mouth position. Maybe it should actually be at this point at this time, you know. So you could do it exactly how you like it. So that's how smart actions work. Okay. Pretty interesting. Another cool way you could use smart actions is by adjusting certain parts of your character. So let's say when I move my character, let's look at the hand a bit. Let's see. Maybe when I move my character, I don't like how certain parts behave. Maybe let's see the legs. So yeah, maybe I don't like how this is coming up like this. Okay. I could use smart actions to fix these errors in my character rig. Okay, so that's very powerful feature. So I'll show you how that works. Same as before. Let's just first of all let's go back. I'm going to select the bone. Okay, with the bone selected, you're going to press the add action and then press OK. So now we can say okay, let us move this bone to the maximum, maybe somewhere around here. Okay, so now what should happen at this point? I think I want my hand to be pretty adjusted, so it shouldn't look like this. So I'll have to adjust the points themselves. So let's click these points, move them around. Maybe it should be more like this. So you could really fine-tune the character and make it to be exactly what you want. So I'm just adjusting the points to make sure that the character looks okay, even with this very extreme hand position. Okay, so I could come here and maybe, you know, then I can begin to adjust these points. And take note of this trick. All right, make sure you do not add points or delete points, because that's going to ruin your smart action. Okay, so just have enough points initially, then adjust those points as the rig moves, so you could have a better and seamless smart action. So you could go through this and fine-tune it frame by frame. Every frame, make sure it's the way you like it. Maybe okay, this should be maybe more like this, more like this. Okay, maybe that's a problem. Let's make sure. Maybe this one should actually be here. Maybe as his hands go up, his biceps, you know, increase like such, you know, and the hand should not be like that. So you could see I'm really going and doing every fine detail of the character to correct the mistakes in my rig. So yeah, he has some abs or some muscles. That's nice. Yeah, so maybe I'll move that first and see how I could adjust this to be more this. Let's move this here. Cool. Let's see. So now we have sort of fixed the rig. His muscles come out. That's cool. So what happens now is that when I go back to my normal timeline and I animate my character's hand, it's never really going to be deformed because I have fixed that in the smart actions. You see? So very powerful feature. Very powerful feature. And before I forget, in your smart bone, it might be easier for you to have a name, so you could actually know what the bone is supposed to be doing. So in the name we gave, so we could show the label here, and that's going to show what this bone is used for, which is rotating our character's head. So I think this is pretty cool, and you see how powerful we could use this. If you check other rigs, like your demo rigs that come with Moho, check out some advanced characters and see how they use these options to create very high quality rigs. See, we have one for the blinking, we have another one for the body rotation, just like I showed you, same thing. See all the smart actions. So yeah, really play with this and see what you come up with your character. Adjust certain parts of your rig, and then in the next class we are going to talk about smart wraps, where we discuss how we use smart wraps for images. Okay, so I'll see you then.